Multiplying binomials. A binomial is a simplified expression that contains two terms. You have often heard in your math classes the acronym FOIL. FOIL is not the aluminum foil like we use to cover up leftover foods. It actually stands for the first term in each parenthesis, the outer or outside terms, inner, inside terms, or last term in each parenthesis. Let's look at this first example of the quantity x plus 7 times the quantity x plus 2. Here you are looking at the terms x and x. That's the first term in each parenthesis. So x times x is x squared. If you're looking at these parentheses as a whole, on the outside are x and 2. So x times 2 is 2x. On the inside are 7 and x. So 7 times x is 7x. And then the last term in each parenthesis, 7 times 2 is positive 14. You always want to end by combining your like terms. 2x plus 7x is 9x. Some people like to use a rectangular form to help them organize to multiply a binomial times a binomial because the FOIL method just doesn't quite work for them. So if you would like to use a method like that, you draw a box and across the top we would put our first two terms, x and then positive 7. And then down the side you have x and positive 2. This is a lot like when you learned how to multiply just numbers and you were using a multiplication table. In this box right here, this first box, you're going to multiply x times x, and x times x is x squared. And you line it up, 7 times x times 2, 2 times 7, because you line up whatever is going along with this box. So 7 times 2 is 14. Notice your like terms usually are on the diagonal, and so that's x squared plus 9x plus 14. You can use either method you so choose. Just understand that when you get into upper level math, the box method may take a little bit more time than is necessary. But we don't time you, so you're okay. All right, x minus 1 and x plus 2. We're going to use the FOIL method. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. The inside, negative 1 times x is negative 1x. And negative 1 times 2 for the last term in each parenthesis. Combine your like terms. 2x minus 1x is 1x. We do not put a 1 in front of a variable. It just doesn't make sense. You wouldn't ask mom for a 1 brownie or say to your teacher, I need a 1 pencil. The word 1 in front of noun it doesn't make sense. So that's why we do not write a 1 in front of our variables. First term in this parenthesis times the first term in the second parenthesis. 2x times x is 2x squared. The outside terms, on the outside is 2x times 3, 6x. The inside, negative 5 times x. And the last term in each parenthesis, negative 5 times positive 3 is negative 15. Combine your like terms, 2x squared plus 1x minus 15. First term in each parenthesis, 2x times 7x is 14x. The outside terms, 2x times negative 4 is negative 8x. Inside terms, negative 9 times 7 is negative 63x. And negative 9 times negative 4 for the last term in each parenthesis would be a positive 36. Negative and a negative makes a positive. Combine your middle terms, your like terms. Oh, excuse me, 2x times 7x should have been 14x squared. 14x squared minus 71x plus 36. Moving on, We're going to look at multiplying polynomials when you do not have a binomial times a binomial. Here I have a trinomial times a trinomial. A trinomial simply means that I am multiplying something with 3 terms times another algebraic expression with 3 terms. So the key here is that you cannot use the FOIL method. The FOIL method is only okay when it's a binomial times a binomial. You can, however, do the rectangular method if that helps you. So we have 3 terms in each side. So we have x squared minus x plus 1, x squared plus x plus 1. So x squared times x squared would be x to the 4th. Negative x times x squared is negative x cubed. Remember, when you're multiplying, you add exponents, and this is to the first power. 1 times x squared is x squared. X squared times x is x cubed. X times negative x is a negative x squared. X times 1 is x. X squared times 1. Negative x times 1. 1 times 1. The order makes absolutely no difference when you're using that rectangular method. You just need to line up whatever is associated with that box. Now, focus on your highest exponent. So you've got x to the 4th. And notice on the diagonals are your like terms. So x cubed minus x cubed would eliminate because that's 0. X squared minus x squared is 0. 0 plus x squared is x squared. X minus x is 0, and then you have a positive 1. X plus 1 times x plus 1 times x plus 1. This is cubed, which means I need to expand this binomial out 3 times. X times x. I would multiply these first 2 terms first. So let's do that. X times x is x squared. X times 1 is x. 1 times x is x. 1 times 1 is 1. And then I'm going to be multiplying by x plus 1 more time. So combine your like terms here. You have x squared plus 2x plus 1. So now you have a trinomial, 3 terms, times a binomial. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 1 is x squared. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 1. 1 times x. 1 times 1. Combine your like terms. So you have x cubed plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 1. Of course, again, you can do your rectangular form. You would just have to do that twice. Okay, we're going to distribute here. So you have x times 2x squared is 2x cubed. X times 3x is 3x squared. X times negative 1 is negative x. Now I'm going to multiply everything by 2. 2 times 2x squared is 4x squared. 2 times 3x is 6x. And 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. 2x cubed. 3x squared plus 4x squared is 7x squared. Negative x plus 6x. Do what makes sense to you. Does it make more sense to say negative 1 plus 6? Or does it make more sense to say 6 minus 1? Obviously, 6 minus 1 makes more sense. So 6x minus 1x is a positive 5x. And then our negative 2 on the end. Of course, you could do box method here. It does not matter where you put the 3 terms and the 2 terms, because the commutative property of multiplication says that we can change order. Okay, so 2x squared times x is 2x cubed. 2x squared times 2 is 4x squared. Notice I don't have to follow any rules here. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times 2 is 6x. Negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Notice how your like terms line up on the diagonals. So 4x squared plus 3x squared is 7x squared. 6x minus x is positive 5x. My square didn't record here. And then negative 2. We came out with the exact same answer. You can do whatever method works best for you.